geological research has allowed me to track the Burns family as far back as 1643.
1643?
Now, I wouldn't be able to do that, say, to your family, with old wandering peddlers and nameless peasants. But as long as there have been Burnses, there's always been a patriarch to lead our family through good times and bad. And I've finally come to the realization that the next in line to the throne, Greg, is you.
Me?
What's up, movie fans? I'm Wade, your Cinephile host. Little Fockers is a 2010 American comedy film and the third and final film in the Meet the Parents film series. The film has its original cast return with Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller in the lead role. Family patriarch Jack Burns wants to appoint a successor. Does his son-in-law, the male nurse Greg, have what it takes? Let's find out.
5 years after Pam and Greg's wedding, they prepare to celebrate their twins Samantha and Henry's 5th birthday party. Jack has recently been diagnosed with a heart condition and become embittered by his daughter Debbie's divorce from her husband Bob for cheating on her with a nurse. Jack's original plan was to declare Bob his successor as head of the Burns family, but he decides to pass the role to Greg and informs him of its requirements.
None of this can be achieved without the basics. A secure home for your family, a top-notch education for your children,
Okay.
and last but not least, having your financial house in order, Greg.
Is that it?
Are you laughing?
Yeah, I know. I was making, no.
Because this is no laughing matter, Greg.
Good, because I'm not laughing, okay?
Are you saying you have what it takes to be the Godfucker? Greg.
Yes. Jack, I have what it takes.
Immediately after, Greg's demeanor changes as he takes on this new role. The next day, Jack and Dina arrive early in town for the twins' birthday. That night, while having dinner, Kevin, who recently broke up with his girlfriend, shows up in town as well. The following day, Pam falls sick and is unable to attend the early human school tour, so Greg invites Jack to join instead. They are thoroughly impressed.
I like what I'm seeing from this place.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't come cheap. You think you can swing it?
Yeah, I got it covered. And you know, if it's not covered right now, it will be covered. You know, it's one of those things that you cover it.
Andy Garcia is a beautiful drug rep, seeking to get Greg to represent a new erectile dysfunction drug called Sustaingo. While attempting to convince him, Andy is openly flirtatious with Greg. Later on, Jack becomes suspicious of Greg after hearing his mom, Ross, talk about his relationship with Pam on TV. So Jack once again begins his spy work.
No.
Jack? Jack! Oh, hey, you? Greg, what are you doing out here?
I'm just picking up some milk for the morning.
You looking for a market?
Yeah?
Okay, because there's one right across from the house.
Oh, it's there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just take a left on Lincoln, right there.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay.
Jack returns home and finds the Sustaingo pills, prompting him to think that Greg is no longer attracted to Pam. At the medical conference promoting Sustaingo, Greg delivers a memorable speech and celebrates with Andy after. But as he's getting ready to leave, Andy asks him to get another drink. Reluctantly, he agrees. And at the bar, he meets Dr. Bob, his ex-brother-in-law.
You know what? I don't really have anything to say to you.
Ah, okay. I get it, Greg. I screwed up. The pressure being in that family finally got to me.
What are you talking about? You were his golden boy.
More like his golden bitch. He wanted Deb and me to get married in Oyster Bay. Done. Can we name our baby after him? You got it, Jack. And he gives me this whole spiel, right, about how I'm next in line to his throne.
Bob tells him that Jack even gave him the nickname the Bob Father. Seeing Bob's relief and happiness at leaving the Burns family makes Greg slightly uncomfortable. When Greg returns home, he finds Jack waiting for him, who then confronts him about Sustaingo. Greg explains, but Jack doesn't buy it. So the next day, he continues his spy work and looks up Andy, and finds more reasons to doubt Greg. The following day, they take the twins for an interview at the early human school, where Henry hurts himself from playing on the rock climbing wall. At the hospital, Greg bumps into Andy. Again, she begins flirting with him just as Pam walks in. Soon, Jack and Kevin arrive as well. Jack confronts Greg and tells him he's unfit to lead this family.
That's it. You're done. You're done.
You know
It's
what?
over.
No, wait.
That's
You
it.
can't tell me I'm done because I already quit.
You're done.
I'm getting off the wheel.
What wheel?
The wheel! The little hamster wheel that we're all running up to get a little taste of your little water thingy. Just please, approval.
What the hell are you
please,
doing?
give me
It's
some
like
of
a
the Jack.
metaphor for
Jack.
your approval,
Yeah.
like a hamster
Thank you
would
for
be
clearing
reaching.
that up.
The confrontation causes Greg to leave alone. He goes to the unfinished new house, where later Andy shows up. She tries to cheer him up with Chinese food and wine, but she drinks way too much and takes the Sustaingo pills that cause her to make an eccentric, extremely aggressive sexual pass on Greg. Jack, after Dina's prompting, looks for Greg to apologize and bring him home. He pulls up to the house and sees through the window what looks like Greg and Andy fooling around, while in fact Greg was trying to reject the advances of Andy. Disgusted, Jack leaves. The next day, Greg makes it to the twins' birthday party and apologizes to Pam.
Look, I'm really sorry about what happened.
I'm sorry too.
I let everything get out of control, and I shouldn't have. It's just your dad, you know?
I know. He's insane.
Yes.
Listen to me. We've got our own thing, and it works.
It does, right?
Yeah, we actually kind of know what we're doing.
I love you.
The twins run over to greet Greg, and they are reunited as a family once more. Greg's parents, Bernie and Ross, rejoin the family at the twins' birthday party as well. But when Greg tries to bring a peace offering to Jack, Jack punches him in the face. Confused, Greg defends himself and punches Jack in the face as well.
Jack, I'm sorry. Jack, you okay?
Okay, Focker. At least you're gonna make this a little fun.
Jack, let's not do this. Come on.
We've had this date since the beginning, Greg.
Ow! All right. Let's dance. Come on, man.
A brawl ensues between them all around the playground, despite Greg insisting that Andy was drunk and he was rejecting her. The fight finally ends with Jack having an heart attack and collapsing. Greg quickly takes charge of the situation, looking after Jack. As paramedics take him away, Jack quietly admits that he believes Greg is innocent.
I know you were telling the truth about Andy, Greg.
Really?
Yeah. The pulse rate on your carotid artery remained steady as you pleaded your innocence.
Right, of course.
And Greg,
Yeah.
it was never going to be Dr. Bob. It was you. It was always you.
You just relax and stay quiet, Mr. Burns. I'll see you over there, okay?
Impressed with his integrity and quick thinking, Jack finally gives his stamp of approval. 4 months later, on Christmas Day, Greg and Pam's parents come to spend Christmas with them in their new home, celebrating together as one big family.
At last, it appears that Jack has finally given Greg the stamp of approval. After all these years, what a roller coaster ride it has been. Do you think it'll end here? Let us know in the comment section below. 接下来我们来揭晓今天的句子。You think you can swing it? Besides describing the motion of swinging something, swing it is an informal phrase that means to make something happen or come to pass. When Jack asks Greg if he can swing it to cover the cost of the school, he's basically asking Greg if he can afford to pay the school fees. Golden Boy describes a very popular or successful man. When Greg tells Bob that he was the golden boy in the Burns family, he's saying that he was favored and liked by them. Getting off the wheel simply means to quit or stop trying. Here, Greg was saying he's done trying to please Jack and live up to his standards. He's done trying. So that's it for this episode of Cinephile. You can find more on the Funday website. Let's make every day a fun day.
I know you're up to something, and I'm watching you.
Well, guess what? I have eyes too, so I'll be watching you, watching me. Okay? All right?
Fair enough.
Good. So just watch each other, all right? Okay.
Do today learn. Today is Tuesday.
Commercial.
Traveler 是旅行者。
I have to wait for Clee.
So he or she is at the Columbia Towers Hotel gift store. 所以他在这个饭店的礼品店，然后他要买东西。Okay, so let's take this chance and listen to the.
学习，让生活充满乐趣。Funday 英语。